Hello everyone, today I wanted to go over with you some 12 by 12 layouts that I've done. In the future I do plan on doing more videos on 12 by 12 layouts because that is what I do the most out of any other crafting items that I do. I do a lot of 12 by 12 albums. I wanted to show you a few pages that I've done for my son at the end of 2012. So these are some of the last craft items that I've done for my son for 2012. And this is using the die cuts with a view stack. I also used the Cricut Splish Splash cartridge on the word clean. And I used a Martha Stewart bubble punch around the border here. And up the top, these are the Memory Direct ink daubers that I used around this page as well to do the inking. If you look at my video for the 15 most things that I loved about 2012, about 2010, all of these items are in that video. And this is another page, another layout that I've done of my son. And this is Splish Splash, which I've used the Cricut cartridge, Prima flowers, buttons, and I used the glossy accents here, as you can see, and I also used the Prima cut here. I think it was a Splish Splash cartridge as well. And then again, I used the Memory Direct ink daubers, and I also used the Martha Stewart bubble punch on that page. And then if you look over here, I used the Splish Splash Cricut cartridge, some buttons, some Prima flowers, and I used the the Imaginous eye top to make these braids, and this one as well. This is also the eye top braid from Imaginous. I use glossy accents, and they have different sizes. This is the large, and this one is the small. And then over here, I'm going to do some journaling on the page, but I also use the Bubble Bath Martha Stewart punch on this one. This is die cuts with the view paper. So this right here is what this layout looks like. It's actually like 2 pages. They go together and along with the one in the front. And as you see, I also used the border punch around the whole entire page, if you can see it. And these right here are 2 layouts that I've done. And I used also the die cuts with the view paper on this one. This is a Martha Stewart punch that I used at the bottom. I believe I used Teardrop Cricut cartridge for the words. And then I just cut these out. I believe I might have used George Basic cartridge to do the scallop punch around the monkey, if you can see. And then I used, here I used the around the block inking tool for the chalking around it. And this was a sticker that I used. And right here again, the Imaginous eye top tool braid, along with Prima flowers and die cuts with the view paper stack. And this is a button and some ribbon that I used. And right here I just cut out some of the elephants in the paper and just pop them up with pop dots. And here I use Prima flowers, some Cricut cutouts. I used the Martha Stewart, I believe it's the doily punch here to make the bottom. And then I cut out these letters from a die cuts with the view stick. And then I used the Cricut cutout, which was, I believe, George, or either mini monograms it might have been on. I'm going to use some journaling here. And I used the Around the Block inking tool for this one. So these are some layouts here. And this is what the full layout looks like. Okay. This is a Halloween layout that I did. And on here, I believe I used the Cricut cartridge. I'm not sure which one it was on. Whether I think it might have been on Mini Masters. I'm not sure, but it was a Cricut cartridge that I cut this out on. And then here, I used a spider web punch for this to cut out the borders. And this one over here. And then I used the K & Company. This is the K & Company paper line and Prima Flowers. And I used the drippy glue punch down the bottom. And I think what I might do is I might add some orange stickles to this. And this is still the K & Company paper line. And right here, I think this was a sticker that I got from Target out of the dollar bin. This one, I think this one as well. Or this might have been with the K & Company. But I was using a couple different ones. And this is a spider web punch down here by Martha Stewart. And as you can see, I used the punch around the page. All around the page. And these are also little embellishments. And this one right here, these two layouts, are when my son was smaller. The Imagine This Eye Bread. And I used the Easter Cricut cartridge cut out here. I used Happy Easter cut out. And then here is where I used the Nestabilities to cut out the photo. And then I made it a little bit bigger to cut out this paper. And then this paper right here made it a little bigger. So that's right there is a Nestabilities cut out. And this is the Martha Stewart punch right here that I used on the ends. And then I just did a little journaling. I believe this is the Die Cuts with a View Spring Showers paper. And then this right here is like a glitter stick right here. And I used some Primas, and this also is from the Cricut cartridge Easter. I'm not sure if you can see, but I also used the punch around the page border. Like I said, I love the Martha Stewart border punches around the page because it really is nice. And this right here is one of the ones that I mentioned in my 15 things video that I did that I love for 2010. This is the My Mind's Eye. And as you can see, I used again the Martha Stewart punch around the page. Goes all the way down. These are the flowers that I cut out. And these are just some bling. This is the Imagine This Eye Top Tool Bread. This is the Martha Stewart punch here. Some Prima Flowers. And that is what the page looked like far away. And then over here, I did the border again down the bottom. Imagine This Eye Top Tool. And I cut out the flowers that were in the stick. I cut out the flower that was in the stick here. And then this right up here is the Martha Stewart border punch. And this one also. So that's what that page looks like. And that was my last page. So those were the last pages that I did at Crops for 2010. That was the end of the last sets of pages that I did. But I just wanted to show you some of my scrapbook pages that I did in 2010. I hope that you all liked my pages. And if you have any questions about any items that I use, please feel free to email me. And if you like my videos, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.